Cobalt Edge has been available for one entire week in EVE Echoes, and many of us have yet to wet our toes and try out this exciting new content. So in this video, we will be going over the basics of what Cobalt Edge is and what to expect going in, and where to find that subscribe button. First and foremost, excluding one specific Stargate and constellation, the majority of Cobalt Edge can only be accessed by using a wormhole. These wormholes can be found in the overview in-game without the need to scan them down, and wormholes can be seen in the in-game map as a Klein well. The wormholes themselves only spawn in low-sec systems, so be careful on both sides of the passage. Wait, you said passage? Yeah, the wormhole isn't identical to a Stargate. Upon jumping through, you'll find yourself in a passage with 3 exits, 2 of which lead to low-sec systems. The third leads back into Cobalt Edge. Inside this passage, you will receive a temporary invulnerability bonus, which will expire at the end of its timer or when you activate a module. And at the time of recording this video, all 3 exits are written in Chinese characters, so good luck with choosing the correct exit. Inside both Cobalt Edge and the wormhole passage, there is no local display. That means nobody knows who's in the system, and this makes scanners and cloaks even more powerful modules than elsewhere in the game. The one exception to local is local chat, however. Players can still chat here, but be advised that doing so announces that you are in the system to everybody nearby. The Cobalt Edge constellations themselves are structured differently to elsewhere in the game. Each constellation is cut off from the others, meaning that the only direct method of travel between them appears to be via lighting a cyno for jump drive capable ships. Otherwise, you would need to return to Empire space to find another wormhole that leads to another constellation. The wormholes themselves, as per the most recent patch notes, are set to become unstable and respawn every 3 days. So if you don't have anything set up in there to dock in, expect to be moving around quite frequently. Wait, I said docking up. That's right, we can anchor structures in there. But these aren't the old structures that we've become familiar with. These are entirely new structures, and that's a topic for a whole other video. There is the exception of one system which has a station, in addition to an active Stargate back to regular space, which is the system known as ETAC BY0S, or OS. Whether that's a 0 or an S, it's never easy to know in this game. And lastly, we have ratting and mining opportunities. The mining belts have the opportunity for NPCs to spawn there, meaning that the mining fleets will need defense against both hostile players and hostile NPCs. And as for ratting, the anomalies are T10 drones with high value exclusive loot. Be advised, however, that they deploy a considerable amount of electronic warfare and will cripple any unprepared ships. Anyways, that about sums up the basics of Cobalt Edge, and I've had fun in there in the few times that I've been in there so far. In fact, prior to recording the audio for this video, I popped in just to get some background footage and got scanned down by a neutral whilst conducting a little bit of PvE. Not wanting to take any chances, knowing the odds of me getting ganked by more than one player, I decided to flee back towards the wormhole. Jumped through the wormhole, got through the passage and jumped into the wrong low-sec system. So I returned back into the wormhole, jumped through another wormhole gate inside of the package, and I'd picked the wrong one. Instead of the low-sec system I wanted, I landed in Cobalt Edge. And I also landed on top of one of the enemies that was hunting me down that had scanned me earlier. So I immediately retreated to a safe spot and logged off because, yeah, you know, I don't want to take too many chances. I know not to be an idiot in this game. But yeah, none of that madness happens in nullsec. And I loved it. I really did. I didn't expect to be bouncing backwards and forwards, running away and so on. Because in nullsec, you just turn on your cloak or your jump into station as soon as anybody gets reported in local, or pops up in local, reported in intel chats, etc, etc. It's just a lot more fun. You don't know what's going on, you're just constantly on your toes, and it's a bit of a nice change really. Well anyway, that's it from me. Have fun and fly dangerously in Cobalt Edge.